Hello, weary travelers, and welcome to the Come and Go Tavern. My name is Sheela Ornpalace, and I'll be your hostess this afternoon. Today's kitchen special is honey battered fried chicken with your choice of potatoes. And besides that, it looks like Emily is currently available for a full service package, if you know what I mean. But if you see anything or anyone else on the menu that you're interested in, just let me know and we'll see what we can do. As you may notice, today's intro is the exact same as yesterday's. That's because yesterday's game and session was incredibly short and resulted in a complete breakdown of the systems over here. I am also two-dimensional for today's stream. You may have probably noticed very immediately as we came onto the screen. Basically, something is eating way more of my CPU than it needs to be. But unfortunately, I had 3 or 4 different things that updated all at once, and I haven't been able to track down exactly which one of them it is that's causing the problem. Could be OBS, could be Final Fantasy XIV itself, could be Vignon, could be my graphics drivers, could be some Windows stuff. I don't know, and I hate it. But that being the case, I've found some settings that don't appear to be causing any more encoding issues, even if that means I have to turn my graphics down, I have to use my 2D model, and I have to set my FPS limitations lower than I would like them to be. So, all of that being said, let's go ahead and have a good Final Fantasy XIV stream, right? So this will be officially my 16th stream, and last time, officially, we finished a whole bunch of Shadowbringers pre-patch quests and got right into the beginning of things. Now, that being said, there is going to be a speech with the Crystal Exarch that we missed because of the kerfuffle with coding stuff on what I tried to do yesterday. But we didn't get very far. It was really and truly only like one speech. There was one cutscene. Yeah. Okay, so with that all being said, let's go ahead and jump into Shadowbringers. As always, I will be available for comments, questions, and concerns about the tavern, as well as regular old conversation, so don't be afraid to fill that chat with discussion. Okay. Hopefully... Well, actually, I don't know if you can hear me. Oh yeah, you can hear me over that transition, because I've got microphones on both sides of it. So, yeah. Oh good, I'm getting dropped... Oh good, I'm getting dropped frames. I love this. This is fantastic. Okay, I haven't seen any encoding errors yet. I do note that I've got some dropped frames. Something is going on with my computer, and I'm gonna have to do like a full-blown health check for this bitch once I'm done with stream today. Like, I thought I dug pretty deep about that yesterday, but I guess here we are. Ah, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You'll have a private room here in the Penance for the duration of your stay, to make use of as you see fit. When you're ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings, pray rest and recuperate, and we shall reconvene in the ocular anon. I believe that covers all of our practical concerns. Thank you for answering my call, Lynn. We are denied the comforting blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. Alright, I'm keeping my eye on you, OBS. I'm already not set up properly to do 2D model stuff anymore, because long story short, my Stream Deck, I had to throw out the previous existing settings on it, so I don't have all of my expressions that I used to be able to do, but they still exist in ViadoTube, but I can't use them here, if that makes sense. Anyway, pleasure to meet you, miss. Welcome to your new home at the Pendants. Your room is ready if you care to retire. Sure, I'll go ahead and retire to my quarters. Hmm. You...
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the source.
And who are you?
What? Did you just... You can hear me?
Yep.
Oh, gods, how long has it been? And who are you, she says. An enemy not worth remembering, apparently.
No, I mean...
It was odd, but... In the first, I was a warrior of light. But in the source, you knew me as the warrior of darkness.
Oh.
If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood.
Hmm.
We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source and tried to hasten their God's damned ardor. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia, how she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the first.
Oh.
The flood was poised to swallow Northrend. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away, leaving me to bear witness. Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood?
Something like 100 years or so? At least here, anyway.
100 years. 100 long years.
Nothing but a spirit.
My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift. I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that?
Well, I'm here to try and fix things. Because this world's not supposed to be this way. And whatever it's doing is messing up ours.
To save the first. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Um, well then, let's see, where do we head next? I suppose it's just another person to prove that we can be a hero to. Hope you're doing alright. Good to see the 2D avatar again. You just like the newer model. Overall, I'm doing okay. Something in the most recent updates for this game, in OBS, in Vignon, in my graphics drivers, in Windows 10 itself, has basically decided to eat way more CPU power than previously. So that's why I'm using the 2D model today instead of the 3D model. I've also had to turn my graphics way down. I've capped my stuff at 30 FPS. It's a whole thing. It is a whole thing. Hang on, did I even... What's my encoder doing right now? Okay, I'm still at least using the standard encoder. But, like, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that I'm gaming. I'm trying to focus on that right now. Mr. Slynn, the Exarch waits you within. The problem is I don't have any of my gear set up to deal with the 2D model anymore, so I can't do any expressions or anything like that. All I can do is talk, and it's kind of stressing me out. But yeah.
I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to let me know. Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts.
Ooh, that paper sound effect.
This map shows the lands of Norvrand, the only area to be spared the flood of light. The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland.
I think I've been to Lakeland before.
To the north is the fairy kingdom of Ilmek. That is where you'll find Urianger. To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty.
Well, I'm used to dealing with
suggest you
difficulty,
first
so
seek
here we
out
are.
one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium.
Oh, lovely. Can I fly you?
Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness.
That sounds familiar.
For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armareng. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters. In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on her foe. So, will it be Calicia or Armareng? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you've made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount. Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of Sin Eaters.
Of course he is. That's Thancred in a
Being
nutshell.
on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
Yeah, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Ooh, pants. I mean, let's go alphabetical with it, why don't we? You'll visit Alphino and Calusia. And excellent. Alright, you've returned. Sorry, dang weather, it's getting bad and knocked your internet out as soon as you said hi. Oh no! So did you hear any of my explanation about what's been going on with the model and all of that, or pretty much got cut off right before I could say something? Need a mount capable of making the journey. Here is a letter of introduction. Present it to the Zim. Oh goodness, that's certainly a name. Zim Jinmai, the master of beasts in Timonos Rokiri. He will take care of you. When you see Alphino, be sure to pass on my warmest regards. Ready to depart for Arang? Alice will be overjoyed to see you safe. I know she's particularly concerned with your well-being. She, impressed upon me how regrettable the timing of her summoning was, repeatedly. I only hope that my part in sending you to her will garner me with some measure of forgiveness. Here, this is a letter of introduction addressed to a man named Sassard, the master of the merchant caravan. There are few who knows the ways of the desert as well as he does. Find him in Amaro Launch. He will help you reach your destination. Goodness gracious, how far do we have to run? Okay, there we are. The Rotunda. It's just a fun word to say, you know? Oh, wait, there's a gate right there. Your face is unknown to me. What business have you at my rookery? There you go. Signed by the Exarch, no less. Yes, I can provide you with an Amaro for passage to Calusia. I will pick you out a friendly whelp. An Amaro, you say? That's right, mounts like my great friend over there are a common sight in these parts. Oh. But I gather you hail from a further afield, more accustomed to chocobos, perchance? I hear there are a few places where they ride little elves. Seeing as you are plainly unaccustomed to riding Amaro, I think it best I accompany on this flight myself. Any Zun worthy of the name, as could do it of course, but the Exarch sent you to me. Ensuring you arrive safely is my responsibility. Gather your things and meet me at the Amaro Lodge. One of the junior tamers will attend to you while I ready the mounts. I guess I'm heading in this direction. Well, oh, that one's up. Okay, well, I'll deal with that side quest later. Oh, I need to go up anyway. Well, okay then. Hold a moment, sinner. You're not from around here, are you? A fellow wandering soul? An eternal inhabitant of the road? I thought so. Irloth's the name. My aspiration is to travel the whole world wide, though it's a fair bit smaller than it used to be. So as far as dreams go, it's a lot more realistic than you might think. But danger still lurks in every corner and around every bend. Even so, this sinner's got nerves of steel. He's a born explorer, Irloth. There's no land too distant or place too forbidden, But what is that I spy poking out of your back? A log, if I'm not mistaken. Give it over, if you would. I've seen a great many places, Irloth. Many you'll not recognize. Thought so. A record of fantastic vistas and unforgettable sights. For kindred spirits. A marrow of a feather. Excellent, excellent. 'Tis only right that I share with you such wondrous experiences as you have with me. A collection of amazing vistas I've catalogued myself that I guarantee will rival the best you've ever seen. Norvrand may be the shadow of its former glory, but there is still joy and excitement to be found if you know where to look, my friend. So I implore you, look, look, look! Follow in my footsteps, savor every moment of the journey, and then when you feel like you've discovered every secret this realm has to offer, start again. I promise you won't be disappointed. Sightseeing log expanded. Excellent. Hello! Welcome, 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 Lampy. I'm glad to have you here. You've made my day a little bit brighter with your raid. Thank you very much. Did you have some good Picross today? I wasn't able to join you because I was trying to work out tech issues, but as you can see, I'm back to using my 2D model, so those tech issues were not fully solved. You want to fly tomorrow to Clusia? Well, I suppose if Master Jinmai is going with you. Wait here, please. The Master should be along with the mounts shortly. You can now travel to Clusia. Speak with the aspiring Amaro tamer to fly to the island. You can also use your ether compass to assist in locating ether currents in new regions. Can be found in the collect. Yep, I've got it in my sidebar. Good time, and gosh, you've been having issues yet? Yeah. Had to basically end stream super early. It was only about a half hour in yesterday because how bad things were chugging. The problem I've run into is I don't know what's causing the issues. Because I had like 5 different things update basically all at once.
The whistling breeze.
Ooh. I'll tell you more in a second.
Frozen. Time itself takes a breath. At light's edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting, locked in a moment. Music, faint and fleeting, drifts coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance, beyond the broken earth, a city beckons.
Ooh, very colorful. So yeah, basically there were updates for OBS, Final Fantasy XIV, Vignon, my graphics drivers, and Windows 10 that basically all happened at once. And I rolled back as many of them as I could, and stuff still wasn't working correctly anymore. So basically, like, just, yeah, pretty much. A whole bunch of things suddenly seem to be using up a lot more CPU than they once were. I don't know, like, basically the only things it could be anymore are that the current version of Final Fantasy is using more CPU than it needs to, no matter what I set it to, or Windows itself is managing things poorly and putting things on the CPU that should be going to the graphics card. I'm not sure which. And yeah, it basically just kind of kneecapped me. So I'm on my 2D model, and I've got like my graphics turned down in Final Fantasy XIV, and the FPS capped at 30 frames per second. And here we are. You're willing to blame Windows here in that regard. Yeah, me too. Yeah. So, anyway, we're gonna focus on what's good, and just watch, and just play some Shadowbringers, you know? As per usual, if you need to take a break and go deal with some stuff now that you've finished your own stream, feel free to do so. I appreciate you being here. Although I do love to have people in chat, so yeah. We are arrived. This is Cracked Shell Beach on the eastern coast of Clusia. You should be safe here for the present, except for your feet, because I've been on beaches like this, and woo, you need to have some good shoes. I'm gonna go get some groceries. You'll catch me later. Thank you very much. Compared to the mainland, sin eater attacks are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not any more dangerous than elsewhere. You're great at breaking things with updates, hence why you never update until you're forced to. You know, there may be an optional update that I can deal with now, but again, that'll be for after stream. Spy you that city in the distance. That is Yulmore, the island's main settlement. It rivals the Crystarium in scale, and it was once an ally in our battle against the abominations. For years, the Yulmoran elite have fancied themselves the masters of what remains of our broken world. They've gone so far as to offer the leaders of other settlements protection, if they bend the knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting it mildly. Crystarium is only one among many who resist their heavy-handed authority. While we are not at war, our relationship with Yulmore is strained at best. It may be wise to conceal your ties with the Exarch during your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city. Really noted. I'm glad we understand each other. Now, the Exarch has instructed me to divulge a secret that should make finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. head south along the coast, you'll eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend of the Crystarium lives there, a man who goes by the name of Eivor. Eivor keeps an eye on everything that happens in Calusia, and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a spurt of time. I'll let him know you can be trusted. Here, this should be enough. Find your friend. I will stay here with the Amaro until you are ready to return. Okay. Let's see, we got some hobgoblins there. We need to get up. I love the fact that they were able to give themselves an excuse to reuse so many enemies and other models and things for this. Oh, hello? Yeah, I'll go over there in a second. I want to make sure to grab this aetheryte crystal. I see the shack. Whoop. I love the fact that we got dramatic new fight music. What are you after? Fish? Crab? I think I've got an eel in a barrel somewhere, if you have a taste for him. I'm actually here to give you some time. I do love a bit of time. Chuck some in the pan and it's like a bloody good festival flavor. Now what is it I can do for you? You can't say as there's been any major upsets to report these past few weeks. Well, I'm looking for a friend of mine. Alphino, eh? Hi, I know the one. Our young champion of the downtrodden. Gilmore is richer than all of Norvalt put together, or Norvrant put together, but it's a different story for them as live outside the city. Most spend every waking moment just trying to stay alive, which makes your friend's dedication to helping others stand out all the more. I can hazard a guess as to where he is now. Get a message to him. But you'll need somewhere quiet to meet, away from prying eyes. Make for Stilltide. That's the fishing village up there, up the path there. You're looking for a rundown excuse for a tavern the locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there, and I'll see that Alphino joins you. Ah. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Hello. Can I buy anything from you? Yeah, I'm trying to. I would love to buy a drink from you. I don't know if I want whatever's in that pot, however, because that looks kind of questionable. Your first time in the tavern? Customary to buy a drink if you mean to loiter. What will you be having? I was just trying to buy a drink. Thank you kindly. What will you be paying with? Kill. Those are exotic. Where did you come by coins like that? I'm sorry, dear. I don't doubt they have value, but I don't have a touchstone to test their purity. I'm not about to go begging for one from the neighbors, so we'll just have to come to some other arrangement. Okay, fine, I guess. Here's an idea. There's a common to the north where we grow our vegetables, but lately the pests have been eating more of them than we have. What do you say you do a bit of extermination work? I want you to squash any vermin you find, and visit the caretaker and give him an earful for me for sleeping on the job. He'll be in the old silo next to the fence, snoring like as not. Do that for me, and you can laze about here as long as you like. Okay. No, thank you. No, I'm good, thank you. These the legendary squapes? They are! Yes, hello, Ratmost. I do in fact have the fattest chocobos. He is adorable and I love him. Also, I'm very happy to have found the legendary squapes, finally. I knew they were in the game, because, you know, the whole meme thing, but I've never actually seen them before myself. How are you doing today, Ratmost? I hope you're doing well. G-pose. Nope. Oh, I'm doing whole attack thing, aren't I? Where's Knight? I don't know if anybody else actually heard that. A real night's sleep and you buy myself a pump. Oh, lovely. I never remember where the actual, like, action list is here. Not that. Ooh, we'll do a cheer. There we go. Oh, hello?
Have you seen Mr. Grumbles?
I have not. Where'd you lose track of her?
Can you help me find her?
Okay, alright. Yeah, we'll talk about why I'm using the 2D model when I get back from dealing with this. Really don't want to leave a skunk wandering around the premises. So, we'll be back in about 5 minutes, so everybody stand up, stretch, do all that sort of fun stuff. Hopefully I'll also be done figuring out this picture by then. So talk to you soon. Okay, we are back. Mr. Grumbles has been corralled back into her section of the garden outside. And yeah. But yeah, to explain, like, basically, like, I had a whole bunch of updates that happened all at once that I really didn't quite kind of have a choice in some of them. That has resulted in everything eating a lot more of my CPU than previously, so I wasn't able to run my 3D model at the same time as Final Fantasy XIV right now. Hopefully there's another update that fixes some of those issues, but, you know, we'll see. And the response, you may need to knock louder. Yeah, I went from basically, like, using 50% of my resources, specifically just CPU, about 50% of the CPU with everything set to maximum, and my frames per second just limited by my screen, and it was bumping into like the 70s or 80s when I tried to start streaming yesterday, and it involved a whole bunch of encoding errors and all that sort of stuff. So here we are. The unfortunate part is I don't have my 2D model set up for all of the expressions I used to use, but, you know, hey, it is what it is, and I'm just doing my best. Perhaps the occupant is hard of hearing. Your faint squeaking from the room beyond. Time to burst in and save the day, brave adventurer. Our first adventure in this foreign land, and we're hunting rats. Unfortunate. No one is home, and judging by the lack of furniture, they haven't been for some time. Gnawed scraps of vegetables on the floor suggest rats have taken up residence in their absence. Oh, maybe we're not hunting them then. Good little dodge of having to create an interior there. Oh good, we don't have to hunt them. Oh, is that actually like another person down there, or is that just an NPC? Looks like a person. Bunch of NPCs, okay. So they're already dealing okay. I don't need help. But yes. Little chunky boy becomes a big chunky boy. I love him. I love him so much. Good news and bad news. Welcome back, dear. What did that good-for-nothing caretaker have to say for himself? Well, he's gone. Must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. In Gate Town, outside Yulemore? You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? Here I was thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You've more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink on the house. Oh, look at the little legs. Just kick. Big mood, though.
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
I love this slow reveal, like we're not supposed to know it's Alpha now.
'Tis good to see you, my friend. The barley seeds you wanted. They should produce a better harvest than the last.
What, just like that? Oh, wow, Fino, you really are a dear.
He is. He's a good boy.
Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
Sounds good to me.
seems an age since last we spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu.
Hmm.
It has been even longer for me, of course, if
Oh,
you count
wow.
the days I've spent here. But the time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
I was more worried about you.
Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding. But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before.
Simlish, Simlish, Simlish.
I see. Both the Exarch and Alize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may. It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change.
Yeah, well. She'll find the profit in it all, I'm sure.
But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity. Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire. Which can only mean one thing. Black Rose.
Yep.
Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Asians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more. Gaius was adamant that the project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course.
Unfortunate. Hello, and thank you for the follow.
Voluntary journey here to the first.
Glad to have you here, Ruby.
Together with the
Ooh, I clearly need some water.
we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion. I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail. But I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat. One being Sin-Eaters, of course.
Thank you very much.
They are a menace.
I am a little bit flatter today than I usually am,
just to
but
avert a calamity.
that's computer troubles for you.
I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered. That is what brought me to the gates of Yulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority.
Yeah, that's fair.
If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure?
Always.
And so we take to the road once more.
By the way, I love the new coat. Looks very cozy. Ooh, got a level. Ooh, that came with a trait boost of some sort. Let's take a look at this. reduces Contra 6 to recast time by 35 seconds and increases the potency of both Ver Thunder 2 and Ver Arrow 2 120. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that actually is a huge boon. Thunder to Ver Thunder 3. I'm getting 3 mana stacks. Ooh. Increases Jolt 2. Ooh, okay. Alright. I'm gonna stop looking at stuff that I don't have access to. Get there when I get there. I was ready to take the road once more. Assuming you have no objections, let us make our way directly to the city. If we time our arrival just right, you may be lucky enough to see why I have yet to set foot in Yulmore, despite my best efforts to do so. Come, from here we must head west, and then cross a small bridge. Okay. Back on the chunky boy. Look. It really wants me to go after that one in the south first, doesn't it? Ooh, giant chameleons. Hang on. That's not what an iguana looks like. Okay, whatever. Lucia seems peaceful, does it not? Almost familiar. I have a similar impression of the Crystarium. Even in this distant world, people are much the same. I think that whenever a calamity struck the source, a reflection such as this one, with all its culture and history, was being erased from existence. No, get away from me! What? Over there. Quickly, someone's in trouble. Onward! Let's go with the company chocobo this time. Love the mail carrier barding. Gotta get those love letters where they're destined to go, right? I think the fates should look out! Given cowardice, huh? Here we go. Problem solved. And now she'll never be in danger again. I say, knowing she'll probably be in danger again 5 minutes from now. My poor heart. Thank you, young miss. Ah, there you are. In my haste, I lost my bearings, but I see you have the situation well in hand. Fine work. Are you all right, madam? Just a few bruises from where I fell. Nothing compared to what was in store for me before this brave soul came to my rescue. I honestly thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as they once were, and I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Not that I let that stop me. I should probably leave my old house behind and queue up outside Yulmore with the rest of them. Count those fancy lords and ladies would welcome an old crone like me. Still, even a shack near the gate has to be safer than staying here. One would hope. Either way, I suggest you avoid wandering alone, lest you make the Sin Eater's task any easier. Thank you again. You saved my life. Now, I'm sure a strapping lass like you has little to fear, but I wouldn't linger long in this place. There's naught to be had here but cobwebs and memories. Just as the lady says, many in these parts have abandoned their homes to live in Yulmore's shadow. If the Sin Eaters depend upon this region, there are precious few with the strength to fight them off. Speaking of which, what have you been told about these monsters? Next to nothing, actually. A brief history then. It was not long after the flood swallowed the better part of the world that the Sin Eaters first appeared, some beastly, some beauteous. Yet, regardless of their form, all seem incapable of speech, and all are driven by the same insatiable appetite for mortal ether. They are predators, and we are their prey. Colusia suffers from far fewer attacks than most regions, but even so, the list of the Sin Eaters' victims grows longer by the day. Tragedy without end. Still, we've won a small victory this time at least. Now, shall we press on? Yes. We need to return to where the road forks and follow the path that leads west. Okay, let's do the next mount in line. Where are we? Ah, there we're going. Okay. New location discovered. We'll be heading there soon enough, I'm sure. Oh my goodness, I can't even, like, teleport here.
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Yulmore itself lies beyond. This, meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town, the dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live in the city proper.
Inequality knows no borders, I suppose.
I thought I recognized you. Brought a new friend, eh? I'll bet you got a trick or two up your sleeve. Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
Is this guy trustworthy?
She's not here to compete. Leave her be.
What? I was only making conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please!
I'm going to steal their outfits.
Greetings to our hopeful petitioners, one and all! Yulmore extends its warmest
Red
regards.
Jongleur.
Let it be known that a lady of distinction wishes to dine on fish divine. We seek a master culinarian who can guarantee seafood perfection. Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life in the city will be yours to enjoy. Even days when fish is not on the menu.
Going to steal their clothing.
Who among you will answer the call? Name yourself or another.
It is very
Not
fun.
at all.
Causing me some issues right now. The most recent update is making my CPU chug a little bit, hence why, like, I am a 2D model instead of 3D model today. But it is still an absolutely gorgeous game with a really fun storyline.
That is not the only reason for its fame.
You know, live service games just always, every once in a while you have an update that chews a little bit, you know?
The noble and the wealthy who survived the flood gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon. A poor man could sooner pass through the Iron Needle than Yulmore's gates. The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they fulfill the whim of one of the privileged. And so they are picked over like market produce.
Hey, you know, there is always that meme about the game being basically free up until the end of, very least its second expansion, if not its third at this point. I'm pretty sure it's now free up through Stormblood.
We welcome you with open arms. Come, join us in the city of splendor and live out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor. Oh, just look at those expectant faces. What could you possibly be waiting for? Well, what have we here? An extra share of meal to celebrate our newest resident! For you! Enjoy!
Thank goodness.
Over here!
Meal is a foodstuff which Yulmore routinely doles out to the people of Gatetown, and apparently a staple for its citizens as well. Many here rely on it to survive in these times of scarcity, yet the whole arrangement just seems... well, let's just say it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah. I get the feeling that guy's not going to go and live a happy life in the city, honestly. Not to say his life wouldn't be better in the city, but it's certainly not going to be as free as out here. At the very least. That's assuming they're not cannibals. Now you understand why my attempts to enter the city have thus far come to naught. The dubious privilege of residency must be won via a contest with ever-changing rules. They say this policy has been in place for the past 2 decades, ever since Yulmore's current ruler came into power. Yet from what I have seen, it does more harm than good. Not only does it distract people from our shared struggle against the Sin Eaters, it robs them of self-sufficiency. I tried to propose many ways they could improve their lot, but my words invariably fall on deaf ears. The attitude is so entrenched now, I worry that... well, mayhap you should take a turn around Gatetown and judge the situation for yourself. Still here, are you? Can't blame you for wanting a slice of Yulmore's pie. If you ask me, you should ditch that sour-faced brat and make home for yourself here. Gatetown's not much to look at, aye, but at least it's safe. And the meal is the best thing I've ever tasted. Oh, so they're drugging everyone. They're just drugging everyone. Okay, good. Bubbles over at the flame. Pale chunks, meal, you realize. Float in the otherwise plain broth. Yep. Ah, there we are. Just look at it. Can you imagine a more beautiful city? Every day I dream of the life that waits for me inside those walls. Will they ever pick me? I don't know if you want to be picked, honestly. 'Cause again, I have a nasty feeling they're eating people in there. Maybe I've just played too many dark horror games. Or, you know, RPGs, honestly. See what Gatetown has to offer? These people can no longer fend for themselves. They've become so dependent on handouts of meal and believe Yulmore is the answer to all their woes. Yet no matter how I frame my encouragement, they seem unwilling, nay, unable to conceive of any other way of life. You disapprove of Yulmore? I feel like that's pretty obvious, but okay. It's difficult to make a judgment without seeing the city's inner workings. Mayhap it is that uncertainty, which always makes me feel so ill at ease here. Not that it matters. However unjust this system seems to me. These people claim to be content with their lot, but it is hardly my place to criticize their choices. But take that elderly lady you rescued. Does it not seem that those who have chosen to forego Yulmore's largesse are doomed to suffer for their independence? In the end, they are all but forced to seek refuge in Gatetown, and so hamlets and fields across the island are left empty and untended, hastening the region's descent into ruin. Nay, I'm not convinced that Yulmore's generosity truly serves the best interests of Colusa's people. I am not so naive as to think there is some miraculous solution to all of this, yet I cannot help but frown at the sight of hard-working villagers struggling to survive, even as the chosen few rejoice at being plucked from poverty by the hand of a capricious noble. There has to be a better way. I will not know for sure, however, until I have taken those long-delayed steps through Yulmore's gates. It is fortunate that you arrived when you did, Lan. I've been working on a scheme to insinuate myself into the city. If all goes to plan, it should soon come to fruition. There's a beast tribe who makes its home in the seas surrounding the island. Yondo they are called, though you and I know them as the Sahagin. For the most part, they keep to themselves in their ocean grottos, and rarely have dealings with land dwellers. But as Tataru took such great pains to impress upon me during our stay in Kugane, business favors the bold, so I reached out to them. I duly discovered that the Ondo are inordinately fond of land-grown produce, fresh fruits in particular, and when I offered to procure such goods for them, they promised me to pay me in pearls. An attractive business venture for any prospective investor. Would you not agree? Surely, even the most jaded Yulmoran lord would have time for a merchant who can make pearls from plums and pumpkins. Yes, I've come a long way since my days of buying samurai swords without first negotiating a price. Work. Yee. My appointment with the Ondo is due to take place in a few hours. I just need to collect the produce and meet with them on the shore. Mayhap you can help me with the exchange? That's the idea. Excellent. I should be glad of your company. First things first, then. We must pay a visit to Moshamoa, my supplier in right. It's just to the northwest of here. See, I knew we would be heading there soon. And here's somebody to spoil it. Sandblast, so we'd use the Mana Cutter now. Which does feel a little bit silly flying this close to the ground, but it still looks dope. Whoa, big toad. I'm gonna just kind of cut between these two. Hello, right there. Can't sing any more of this. Oh, I should tune. There we go. Is there something I can do for you, friend? Good day to you, Motion Law. This is my associate Lynn. We're here to collect the produce I purchased. Hey, I loaded your lackey up with goods not long ago. My lackey? I know no such person. Mistral lad, short blue hair? No? He said he'd come on your behalf, and since he seemed to know all the details, I just assumed. Found it. Someone must have been eavesdropping on our conversation. If this charlatan was here not long ago, he cannot have gone far. We should split up and search the area. We'll find a vantage point on the south side of town, and I shall take the west. South side of town, he says. That's super far away. Okay, mount up. Wing, 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 wing. No, thank you. Search the surroundings for a male minstrel with short blue hair. You may move the camera in. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's one of those. There you are. I've located your quarry. Any sign of him? You have a keen eye. Let's move in before he makes good his escape. Alright, back around to the chunky bow. Oh lord, he coming. Alright.
There you are.
I love how cat-like his movements were.
The thief chief who claims the harvest on my behalf. Hand it over.
Well, forgive me. I have to get into the city. I've no family and all my friends have already been chosen. No one here gives a damn about me. When the meal gets handed out, I'm lucky if I get a smell of it.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what I do, they won't call out my name. I'm so tired, I'm so bloody hungry.
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe I could steal your idea, get in that way.
What is your name?
Kai Shear.
Tell me then, Kai Shear, must it be Yulmore or nothing? What of the Christerium? They may not offer charity, but you would be fairly compensated for any work you did.
Huh?
No, it has to be Yulmore.
Why?
That's where all my friends are. We made a promise that we'd live together in paradise.
And the way that they're stating this place is going to be paradise just gives me the willies.
I was to make my deal with the Ondo at the Clave. Listen carefully, and I shall tell you my plans for the business, and how best to arouse the Yulmorans' interest.
You'll give me your place? Just like that?
I'm giving you a chance, nothing more. What comes of it is entirely up to you.
I understand. Oh, thank you, thank you!
Yeah. Yeah, that's helping out. But he also knows he has somewhere else he can go and be. So, you know, it does make sense.
This was but one path. There will be others. But for young Kai Shear, it was the difference between life and death. I do not regret my decision, yet I will admit that a part of me wonders if it was for the best. We strive to bring swift salvation to this world, that countless lives might be saved, not least your own. Even if it came at the cost of one man, should I have forged on regardless?
Tough decision. Not who you are, though.
I suppose not. Were Estinian here, he would most likely scoff at my soft-heartedness.
Same old Alf, you know. Ever the slave to sentiment.
Yeah, that's Estinian after all.
Thank you for your kind words nonetheless. Let us see to it that both these stories have a happy ending. Shall we return to Wright then? Is that?
Oh, hello?
Hey, Mom! I'm having trouble with that dance move you showed me earlier.
Go ahead and show me what you got then, sweetie.
Up, down, and...
Someone's in
Oh, okay, I see what's going on. Hold on a second till the end of this cutscene and I'll show you what's what.
Come on, they may need our help.
Alrighty. Looks like it's time for me to take another break, folks. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, unless this cutscene continues after the loading screen. Which hopefully it won't, but we'll find out together. No, okay. Let me just get somewhere relatively safe. Yeah, and I'll be back in just a few minutes, folks. Stand up, stretch, get more food, all that fun stuff. Be back soon. Okay, so what you're gonna do is take a jump to the left and a step to the right.
The St. Louis Blues.
Okay, we are back. So let's see. The last one I used was the chunky bow. Let's go ahead and go back to the post Moogle. Moogle? No, post chocobo. Post bow? Hey, you know what I mean. No, thank you. I don't want to fight you. Oh wait, I was supposed to be going and rescuing somebody, wasn't I? Up. The guy we're after was down on the beach, right? Yep. Ooh, ether current. Oh, Alphina's already there, so if he's dead, he's dead. Take care of the worst of his injuries. Cough, splutter. Mercy, mercy, I beg you. Breathe easy, sir. No harm will come to you here. Poor man is shivering. Please keep an eye on him while I get a fire going. Alright, let's get him away from the water, though, please. I thought for certain I was dead. How am I ever to repay this kindness? We'll settle for the tale between your current or behind your current predicament. Why didn't you begin by telling us your name? Tristal. I was invited into Yulmore to work as an artist. A wealthy couple took me in to paint pictures for them. But when my style proved contrary to their taste, they just as quickly turned me out onto the street. I was left penniless and patronless, a grave sin in Lord Valthry's city. Within days, they brought me to before the man himself, and he asked me what I meant to do. Dejected as I was, I told him I wished to leave. Little did I know how soon he would grant me my wish. They flung me over the balustrade into the goddamn ocean. Yep, that sounds about right. From up there? How did you avoid... Wait, hold on. Why am I not... Check 1, 2. Hello? 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, I don't know how long I've not been bouncing. But, yeah, there we go. Should be working fine now. Oh, without a second thought, Lord Valthry passes judgment. No one so much as blinks, let alone argues. In Yulmore, his word is law. The more I hear about Yulmore, the more determined I am to see what waits in its walls. I shall bend all my thoughts towards securing another way into the city. There must be something we can do. But first, we should convey Tristal to the shelter of the village. Fire or no fire, he needs to be out of the chilly coastal air. Way into the city. the grips of the evil claw. Taking our way for crimes I may have committed. Yeah, let's go ahead and cut across this area, uncover some more land. Tyranny and bullshit. Exactly. Exactly. I accept my deepest gratitude. I owe you both my life. It was a big bison. If you'll permit me, I would assist you in your attempt to enter Yulmore. Insofar as I'm able, at any rate. To be frank, the thought of sending my saviors into that awful place makes me sick to the stomach. But since it's plain you've set your minds on it, you should take this. It's my favorite paintbrush. The Yulmoran elite are never satisfied until they get exactly what they want, and if I'm not mistaken, the couple I mentioned will be looking for someone to replace me. If you make a show of owning such a well-used brush, you may be able to convince people you have a talent for painting. Are you certain? This is your livelihood. I cannot deprive you of such a treasured possession. I give it gladly after all you've done for me. Besides, I don't think I have the heart to paint anymore. As to what I'll do instead, I honestly haven't decided, but I shan't stay long in this place. Not with the city brooding over me. Nay, I'll move on to new lands and a new profession. I'll keep you in my prayers from now on until my dying day. Fair enough, my guy. Ugh, that's not where I wanted to go. They say kindness is its own reward, but Tristel has repaid us with a gift as timely as it was unexpected. We will, however, need to act upon his advice before another painter steps in to fill the vacancy. Thankfully, I do have some modest skill with a brush. Nothing approaching that of a true artist, of course, but enough to play the role, I would hope. As for you, well, if you don't mind taking a subordinate role, mayhap you could pose as my assistant? Yeah, sure. And it is settled. All we need to do now is to return to Gatetown and await the next appearance of those vile jesters, going to steal their clothing. I looked it up while I was away on my break, and there is in fact a way to basically make their outfits. So that's going to absolutely become a glamour for me at some point soon. Ooh, nice weights. Okay. For you. Forgive me, it is not often we see travelers in Wright. How dangerous it is hereabouts. I'm even worried for my husband taking the road down to the shipyard, and he's as strong as a Talos. Has been gone a while, though. If you're headed that way, could you please let him know his wife is expecting him at home? Sure. Excuse me, but you're the lady Alphino was traveling with, aren't you? I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch your name. It's Lynn. Oh, how lovely to meet you. My name is Euless, and I'm the acting mayor. I was hoping someone with your talents would pass through right before long. The thing is, I need to visit someone up at Stonegazer, but I'm afraid to walk the path alone. Do you think you could provide an escort? Sure. I didn't bring myself to ask one of the villagers. You see, there was an incident a while back where a veteran band of hunters was badly mauled. Simply mentioning that it's unsafe to wander outside the village these days wouldn't be enough to bring back memories of that grisly scene, which is why it's been so difficult to bring up the subject. But such does not change the fact that the roads are indeed dangerous. Pray meet me in the front of the path to the north. Be prepared to fend off the wildlife. Okay, I'll do those when I'm on my own. I'll continue with the main story quest for right now. Back on the mana cutter we go. Nope, gotta go this way. Ooh, this feels so slow. need you to punch it. A little faster, maybe? No? Okay. It's fine. Don't think I can get... Oh, I can get up there. Okay. Whoop. Interesting bit of geometry there. Here they come. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention once more. What a day it's been for the folks at our door. We've welcomed a peddler who made pearls from a plum, and now we've a place for a painter of a plum. So come along and don't be slow. It's time to let your colors show. I can paint. Portraits, at least. Landscapes and still lifes are so rarely commissioned these days. Oh, I thought I spied some new faces in the crowd. What fortune that you should feel at ease around some easel. What proof have you of your prowess? Any masterpieces on your person? Well, to be fair, an artist only makes one masterpiece ever. But that's, purely my own definition. Or at least the one that's older. Sadly not, but I paint. I have only my brush to testify for me, though you will note that it has seen no small amount of service. Aha, Flecks of paint, both old and new. Tool much loved and much used. Not a prop to be conjured on the hop. Very well, come with us and we'll put those talents to the test. And who is this hanger-on? Well-wisher or parasite? Why, this is my assistant. She whose unfailing support allows my art to flourish. I will go with her or not at all. Parasite, then. We shall leave her fate in the hands of your new employer. It matters not a whit to us. And having filled our latest vacant space, we retire to Yulmore's sweet embrace. Oh, what horrors will we find on the other side of the door? They all seem so happy about that. Oh, mercy me, the meal. We almost took our leave without leaving a loving token. We must empty the sacks ere we make our way back. Hooray, food! Yay! Will load in eventually. That's another thing. Loading times have gotten significantly longer in the last couple of updates.
Redemption is beyond us. The lament of all but saints and fools, and the comfort of the lords and ladies of this accursed place. Once they held fast against the madness, only to embrace the coming cataclysm and delight in the end of days.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, and I have to stop singing.
Perhaps in rapture.
else I'll get a strike. And I don't want that to happen.
Or perhaps for them alone, the promise of eternal pleasure really does hold true.
Seriously though, it does have a big Bioshock feeling on the inside there. All the fanciness in the world can't protect you from the end of days. Which sounded a lot worse coming out of my mouth than I intended it to, so... Ugh. Welcome, welcome to the city of final pleasures. Feel free to weep at its magnificence. Magnificence? Magnificence. Blah, words are hard. No, not even a single tear? Moving right along then. There's a place called the Golden Saucer that I think y'all are a pale imitation of. Our first task is to register you as residents. You know, make it all nice and official. We'll smooth the way, just so you just need to put on your happy faces and head through the joyous hall. Bureau of Immigration will be the first room on the left side of the passage. Declare your name and occupation in a nice, loud voice. Clerks will tell you where to go from there. Oh, and pay no mind to those folk off to the side of the road. Much like the hopefuls in Gate Town, they haven't earned the right to enter the city proper. If, however, you enjoy basking in the envy of your fellow man, by all means, take your time. But why waste another moment? Go, enjoy the beginning of your new life in paradise. Bureau of Immigration, was it? Suppose we'd better show ourselves willing for the time being. Yep. That being said, I'm gonna go speak to the Chocobo Keep over here. A garbage dump. How healthy. Here we go. Have a little wicket gate. It's also not the first door on the left, but okay. Oh, look at all these people in the queue. I love the color of their outfits, though. Welcome to Yulmore, fortunate friends. May I have your names? I'm an Alphino, an artist, and this is Lynn, my assistant. Ah, yes, I was informed of your imminent arrival. Well, we can forego the usual interview and begin processing your registration papers forthwith. Now, the citizens of Yulmore are divided into two classes. They are the free, who are blessed with the favor of Lord Valthry, and the bonded, who work in the employ of the free. You will be joining the ranks of the bonded. Your duties are to serve a patron in the capacity with which you were chosen, in your case, painting pretty pictures. Should your patron dismiss you for any reason, you must find another sponsor among the free, or accept work as a general laborer. I see, and might you tell us something of the patron we are to serve? The two patrons, actually, Chinese and Dulia Chai, a Mistral couple whom most refer to as the Chais. So we're going to spill some tea, right? Anyway, they are both gentle souls, but I would ask you to conduct yourself with respect and humility, for your own sake as much as theirs. Now, a moment, please, while I complete the relevant paperwork. All in order? These are your registration documents. Take those papers next door and submit them to the clerk. Once they've been stamped, you'll officially be Yulmoran citizens. Enjoy your new life in paradise. Uh-huh. I guess we'll follow the queue properly. Welcome to the Bureau of Registration. Papers, please. There you are. What have we here? Alpha No Artist, Lin Artist's Assistant. To be employed in the service of Lord Chai News, Lady Dulia Chai. Yes, everything appears to be in order. Your registration is hereby approved. It's best that we deliver you to the Chai residence before... Huh? Oh dear. Oh, you smell hideous. Excuse you? Did you crawl here through a ditch? It's like an unholy miasma of dust and sweat and the musk of some unwashed beast. Rude! Proceed directly to the delousery next door and scrub yourselves clean. Use whichever showers are free. Ooh. An 18+ stream, perhaps. After you've rinsed away that stench, you want to splash yourselves with this perfume. Liberally. Once you've made yourself presentable, then you may proceed to the Chai residence. Ornine, the guard by the stairs, will give you directions. Extremely rude. I realized we were so aromatic. Left, right. Oh, there's 4 of them. Oh my goodness. Alright, well. Scrub-a-dub-dub. Rinse yourself clean in the stream of water. Nope, that's the crown lift. Looking for... Oh, apply the sweet-smelling perfume. Okay. Here, allow me to just... Oh, thank you for the hydrate routine. Normally there would be a sound effect and animation there, but I'm not using my 3D model, so here we are today. Thank you very much, and we'll go ahead and drink. And that's actually the end of that cup of water, so I'll be switching that out to my next cup. There we are. And I'll take some off the top of that one too. You apply the perfume as directed. A delicate scent of roses fills the air. Ooh. You've showered and dressed already, have you? Is it not... Oh, that is to say, it seems rather exposed for one's ablutions, does it not? I mean... Yeah. Okay, I love all of these. Hurry up and shower, Stinky. What would a Stinian say? And Alice would have been drying her hair by now. I'm gonna go with the first one. It's just so funny. Just hurry up and shower, Stinky. Fine, just a quick rinse then. That was bracing. I believe the lingering smells of the road have been successfully expunged. My inflection there was real weird, but okay, yeah, we all get it. Shall we go and present ourselves? Yes, please. Let's go do the thing. You're looking to present yourself to the Chais, are you? Let me explain the city's layout then. Imagine 3 layers on top, one on top of the other. This layer here is called the buttress. But above us is the understory, where the military has its headquarters, and above that, you've got the canopy, which is where the free citizens of Yulmore spend their days. So if you want to find your new patrons, you'll need to keep climbing until you run out of stairs, then look for the Grand Dame's parlor. They'll be in there, like as not. Just keep climbing, la la la. I have to do this, you know that, right? I have to go get that crystal. To make sure I can teleport here if I need to. There it is. Shard. Still shard. Again, my brain is made up of quotes, so, you know, just kinda gotta deal with that sometimes, sorry. And we continue climbing. A little bit of a sprint on, even though you really shouldn't sprint on the stairs. Not safe. That is one gorgeous Heathrite, though. Special permission is required to use this Heathrite. Rude. It says the person who just walked straight into their, pool right there. Script exchange, collectible appraiser, resplendent tool exchange. Oh, okay, alright. Well then. Hello.
Lord and Lady Chai, pray forgive our intrusion. I am given to understand you were in search of an artist.
Ah, you must be the new,
Oh, goodness me! What an adorable boy! That silken hair, those pearly cheeks. Oh,
I don't know if I've ever heard anybody describe cheeks as pearly.
Like a bed of flowers. I approve of this one, dearest. I am positive he will paint us the most delightful pictures.
Yes. Well, as long as he paints better than that talentless wretch we sent packing last week.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to Yulmore.
Alfino, if it please you, my lady. And this is my assistant.
Good little dodge there to not have to introduce the player's name.
Your assistant? I've heard of folk bringing in family members, but this seems a bit irregular. Aren't you a little young to have a protege?
We are family in all but name, my lord. Though we share no blood, we have stood by each other through life's many challenges, resolved to prevail together or not at all.
Well said, Athno.
Of all people, 'tis she who best understands my work. With her unique insight guiding my hand, the art I create is sure to satisfy your expectations. Once the picture is begun, of course, I shall have no need of constant encouragement. And so I wondered, rather than her being in your way, might it then be permissible for my assistant to explore the city she has so longed to see? Out of gratitude for her priceless contribution to my art, I thought it only fair that I make this humble request on her behalf.
Oh, did you ever hear of such devotion? Of course your assistant must have her wish. She shall be free to roam to her heart's content. Isn't that right, darling?
Oh, we see who's in charge of this relationship.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course, dearest. Quite right.
Knowing look, nod. Touch nose. All that. Ooh, shoes. Now you have the opportunity to experience Yule more. I suggest you make your most of it. Explore the city from top to bottom. In other words, I would start with the canopy and go from there. Try wandering around the market stalls mayhap. Such places are usually filled with colorful characters, only too eager to share local gossip with a friendly visitor. Hello, Blasty, welcome. Oh, you're at the end of Shadowbringers. I would appreciate it, of course, if you could share any discoveries with me in turn. We should both learn as much as possible about our new place of residence. You know, maybe you'll have noticed this, Blasty. I would swear that since the latest update, Final Fantasy XIV is using a lot more CPU than it used to. It keeps knocking you offline in the middle of the penultimate quest, and yes. Yes as in yes it does, or yes as in you're acknowledging that I'm speaking directly to you. Splish. Yeah, it's chugging more. Okay, good. Well, not good, but okay, that takes a lot off of my mind because, like, I have just been having the worst possible time getting it to run with things recently where it was running absolutely fine before. So hopefully Squeenix will put out something fixing that soon. Ooh, I have packages showing up. Delightful. Okay. Oh, hello there. Oh, look, a strawberry. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Exactly, thank you. A fresh register, are we? You seem a little lost. Well, 'tis lovely to make your acquaintance. Speaking of acquaintances, you wouldn't happen to have run into my attendant on your wanderings, would you? Big strong lad, long hair tied back? Yes, he attends to your every need, I'm sure. Yes, it's chugging more. Hang on. Let me go over to thing. Your net does not like it more. Yeah, I get you. But with the quest, it's one of those where you play as various characters, so if you fail, it boots you right to the top of the quest. Ooh, no! Oh, no! Well, 'tis lovely to make... Oh, right. He was escorting me on a shopping errand when I realized I dropped my handkerchief. And now I've been waiting here all alone while he's been off searching for it. So you've had to do that 4 times. Oh, no. Oof. Oofa doofa. I'm not terribly fond... Not fairly fond? Wow. Words. Terribly fond of being alone. If you do see him, I would be obliged if you could pass on this message. Forget the silly handkerchief and return to my side at once. Well, married, and good luck on your 5th attempt to break a leg and all that. Owen? What are you doing here? Also, why are you an elf, Nil? Or, no, you don't have it. You're not an elf. Sorry. Moen is also the name of a character from Wandering Sword, one of the other games that I've been playing recently. Actually, I guess I've been playing it for a better part of a year now? Closing in on it, something like that. Oh! Sir, you appear to be hanging around. Get back to work. Wicked white, that was too close. Thank you, friend. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. I was trying to rescue my lady's handkerchief, you see. The wind must have blown it over the edge, but luckily it caught on something. I thought if I could just stretch out far enough. You risked your life? You must think highly of your mistress. She is my entire world. Without her, I am nothing. When I first came to Yulmore, I thought only of improving my lot in life. There was so much more to the city than wealth and plenty. There's no war here, no conflict. The residents all treat each other with warmth and respect. My mistress has been ever so kind to me, and I can think of no other place in Colusia where I could possibly be happier. Sorry, I might have gotten a bit carried away. It's hard to stop when I start counting my blessings these days. Please, you should come with me to meet my lady. Once she hears of your deed, you'll be witness to her generosity firsthand. Lonely, you say? Curse my clumsy feet, I must return to her immediately. Yeah, they got a thing going on. My attendant told me everything. I'm so very grateful you were here to offer your assistance. You seem a dedicated patron. Oh, my attitude is not unusual, I assure you. Without the efforts of our bonded residents, we free citizens would not enjoy the pleasures of our daily lives. They're deserving of our unending gratitude. Mayhap in another society our different standing would breed prejudice or resentment, but in Yulmore, a more glorious measure is in place to avert such unpleasantness. Part of that measure requires that the free surrender their fortunes. On registration, all of our property, financial, intellectual, and otherwise, is given over to the city. In exchange, we are provided with ample funds and commodities to live a life of pampered luxury. Being liberated from the concern of earning coin has an almost miraculous effect on... Oh,
Mom,
hello?
have you seen Mr. Grumbles?
She got out again?
Can you help me find her?
Of course, sweetie, of course. Alright, I'm gonna finish this conversation. There are no rivals to compete against, only fellow residents with whom to enjoy our tranquil existence. Now, if you'll excuse us, I must see what the markets have to offer as a reward for the return of my handkerchief. Oh, and I've not forgotten you, of course. Our courageous messenger turned rescuer. Thank you very much. Shoes. Let's get some shoes. I'm gonna do this. And that. And then we are going to go ahead and take our 5-minute break here. Because once again, I have a skunk to find. Alright. Stand up, stretch, do all that good stuff. We'll be back in 5. Alright. Come on. Where are you, Mr. Grumbles? Where are you?
The St. Louis Blues.
Alrighty, we are back. Let's see. So it will kick you to the top if you get knocked offline, but dying? Nope, restart from that point. Weird. Amiable Maiden. All this talk of relying on the bonded, and I haven't given a thought as to what your duties might be. Hope I haven't interrupted your work unduly. Oh no, I'm just here to assist an artist. Tour of the city, is it? You really must visit the beehive. It's always buzzing with activity. The local humor. Anyway, a lady by the name of Tista B. Probably Tista B. Usually has her seat near the entrance. She'll gladly speak with you on any number of topics, assuming you find yourself on her good side. Alrighty, let's go see her then. Running! Noom. Welcome to the beehive, my little drone. Seeking the sting of excitement to liven up your day? I can tell at a glance when folk are new to our happy colony. It's the nervous fluttering, you see. Always gives them away. Why don't we play some cards to set you at ease, eh? Quick game of high or low? It's simply a matter of guessing who has the bigger hand. If you win, I'll grant you a single favor, within reason, of course. Interested? Yeah. Let's play. Good for you. No time like the present, I say. Three cards for you, 3 cards for me. You flip one of yours over, and I flip 2 of mine. Now what's your call? Will your total be higher or lower than mine? Okay, let's see. We're both showing 9. Odds are... odds are good that mine is going to be higher. Let's see what we got. Yep. My cards add up to 11, and you have 14 on the board. Ooh, 20. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never gambled in my life. Congratulations, your guess was right. Usually I'd concede defeat at this point, but what do you say to a rematch? One more win, then we'll talk about that favorite. Another match of high and low? Come now, little honeybee. We all need our diversions. Sure, let's play. That's the spirit. Let's sort out the deck. Okay. Okay, again, even if you have highest card here, even if it's a 10, 11, or 12, or even a 13 under there, that only gets you to 17? I'm already sitting at a 9? No, that would only get you to, that would get you to 18 if you've got the highest card possible. I'm still gonna go with high on my side. Alright. Yep, there we go. Total of 24. Dang shuffler boogie. Party parrot. Nice. Well, would you look at that? If you look, I think you've got a knack for this, newcomer. Congratulations, victory is yours, as is the prize I promised. come whisper in my ear then, and don't be shy. Tell old Trista what she can do for you. That's all? How delightfully wholesome. But if knowledge is what you want, then that is what you shall have. In my humble estimation, the most wondrous thing about this town is how safe we are from the Sin Eaters. They say Lord Vothri was born with the power to command them, which means no Yul Morin needs to ever raise a weapon in the defense of the city. Oh, I'm gonna stop for a drink of water, goodness gracious. Was that the kind of thing you wish to know? Oh, yeah, okay, thank you very much. I'll take another one. If your itch still needs scratching, you might get a few words out of Atharn over there. There's not that Mary Sot likes more than the sound of his own voice. Oh, I know Atharn's type. Yeah, let's Here, let me save you from this, man. Was that new to Yulmore, you say? Huh. Only just arrived and already you're looking to peel away the layers of mystery. Well, I'm all for chatting, but you need to slow down and enjoy life, my friend. Tell you what, you hop up on stage and give us a dance first, and then we can have our little talk. Oh, I see. I see. So, which stage must it be? Oh, that one. Oh, I see. Okay. And you got the pole ready and everything. Let's go ahead and let's see. Let's do a ball dance, why don't we? Because I don't have anything more saucy in the game. Oh, it just wants me to do a regular dance. Okay. That's the way. Dance like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, I figured I could just choose one of the dances that I have, but, you know, here we are. And we're gonna go ahead and sit back down. Hang on, I need to G-pose this again. Because that's adorable. Now that was a show. You're welcome to clamber up on stage anytime you like. So, what was it you wanted to ask me? Ah, yes, something about our fair city. Well, I can tell you that it wasn't always so peaceful as it is today. The Yul Morin army may be the very essence of military might, but even our forces saw grievous losses in the war against the Sin Eaters. Things changed for us, about 20 years ago now, when the old ruler's son came to power. He's got this way with the Eaters, you see, turns them docile as house cats. I wouldn't be exaggerating to say they've become something of an ally to Yul Mor, no longer an enemy to be feared. And yet, everywhere or elsewhere, there are still fools who insist on fighting their losing battles. Huh. A toast to the Lord Vothri. You gained a preliminary sense of the city. Shays and Alphino, or the Chais and Alphino, will be expecting your return. Zoom back. Oh. List of performers. Very nice. Very professional. Good reminder to me to on some of my own menus and stuff. Still need to finish that update, I think. Do I need anything mended? No, okay. Oh, you've returned from your jaunt around the city so soon. You needn't have hurried back. Young Albino has yet to put brush to canvas. One cannot rush good art, I'm told. Or good artists, apparently. That's true. Ah, finally. Something seems off. Put together an ensemble out of the garments you chose. Is this satisfactory? Oh, goodness gracious me, that outfit was precious, but this makes you look positively dashing. You truly are a handsome boy. However, am I to decide? What happened to painting? Whoop! Looks like we've got a spammer, folks. Let's go ahead and deal with them as we need to. Let's go ahead and report. Spam, 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 spamity spam, lovely spam. I'll be impressed if anybody here actually knows the song I'm quoting. And get banned. Exactly, the lad is an artist, dearest, not a dress-up doll. It's about time we set him to work for the reason we called him here. Must we? I do love a good painting, but I thought since we were enjoying ourselves so thoroughly... Well, I'd not... Well, that is to say, as long as you, just... Make sure you give the lad time to prepare. We know who'll be upset if he's not ready to paint at a moment's notice. Whatever you say, darling. So, shall we pick out some jewelry next? She wants a sugar baby, is what she wants. Oh, not you. Lady Chai has a particular sense of beauty, and apparently that extends to how I should dress whilst painting. But this obsession of her works in our favor. The time I spend indulging these distractions is time you can use to continue your explorations. For this excursion, I'd like you to delve into the layer below us and sniff out the military headquarters. I'm sure the understory has its own tale to tell. Okie dokie. Whoop, walked right through that again, didn't I? Ah. I mean, on the one hand, it's nice to see a place that has an empty prison. On the other hand, this place still gives me the heebie-jeebies. Weeping Warbler. Sob and sniff. Woe unto me. I do like your dress, though. You're one of the bonded, aren't you? Like me? Please, I need your help. My throat, I can't sing anymore. Been making excuses, but it's just not getting any better. If my patron thinks I'm of no use to him, then I need you to sneak out to the derelicts and describe my condition to Thorich. Here's a list of symptoms and a hunk of meal to pay for his medicines. Please, I have no one else to turn to. I mean, I could give you a very, very strong potion. That would probably do you just as well. Like, considering the fact that it can basically heal me from dying, it'd probably be fine with a high potion. No? Okay, well, I guess we'll just get going then. Also, don't run downstairs, but, you know. Whoop. Nope, 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 nope. That's not the way we go. I chose the wrong direction. Oh, yay! Rich refuse of broken people. Finally through that damn quest. Onward to Endwalker. Hey, fair enough! Good job, Blasty. I'm glad you made it through it finally. Do you need medicines? Tonics? Potions? Yes, indeed. There you are. Cure for an ailing voice, is it? No, no medicine will cure this. Methinks your songbird has a lump in her throat. It must be cut out, excised, and even then the voice may never heal completely. Poor little songbird. Will they kick her from the nest, I wonder? Or simply silence her chirps? Your face, you didn't know? Of the many hopefuls who enter the city, you are ever seen to leave, even as corpses. You might see one or two fortunate fools hurled from the balconies, but the rest? Just gone. We have white mages, we have red mages, other healers, yeah, right? Like, I myself am a pretty talented white mage. I could probably just, you know, fix it. A town of nightmares it is. Not for this ship's rat. Oh, no, no. I am content to scurry around down here and nibble on the crumbs which fall from the table. This consultation is over. You have my verdict, and I have my meal. Good day. Rude. And we continue around to the other side to get this other derelict's crystal. Yeah, that's always the eternal question when it comes to healing magic, isn't it? You've attuned yourself to all Ethernet shards in Yulmore. Valusia is now accessible as an Ethernet destination. And there. Can it heal a broken back? So here's the thing. The way that I tend to run healing magic, and I tend to think of it, is that anything that is actively an injury, it can heal to a greater or lesser extent. So, like, if you just broke your back, yes, it can heal that sort of a thing. But if it is already scarred, that becomes more and more difficult to heal. Yeah, exactly. Enough to allow a person to survive. It's one of those things where, like, you know, just functionally, it's that idea of healing magic being essentially just a magical version of medicine, where, like, yes, we can, like, if you are injured right now, we can help fix that injury, reduce the pain, all of those sorts of things. But you can't, like, once, let's say somebody breaks their back and they have a permanent, like, damage to one of their discs, or, like, there's a crack that creates a malformation in the bone. That would require much, much, much more invasive repair work, shall we say. Just like in real life, you know, if you break a bone and it doesn't set correctly, they have to re-break it and reset it and maybe put pins in and all that sort of fun stuff. Also, hello, Osiris. Welcome, and you've joined us at just the worst possible time, because we're talking about broken bones and whether they can be healed by magic or not. So yeah, a little bit grim, a little bit grim. Hooray! Exactly, exactly. Also, it does seem that apparently Final Fantasy is running a little chuggier than it usually does, so we're on the 2D here. Oh, yep, it is what it is. Did you get my medicine? I'm sorry. You may have cancer. Like, I love that they described it as a lump in her throat. She's got cancer. Like, she straight up has cancer. So that's it? What am I to do if I can't sing? There you are. My sweet canary, have you been crying again? Don't tell me your voice is still not on the mend. Generous sir, have mercy. I've done all I can, but even the apothecaries say, have a good one at work today, Ratmost. We'll see you on the Discord. Like, at the very least, she's got a cyst on her vocal cords. So you've been suffering all this time? I'm sorry, my pet. I hadn't realized your affliction was this grave, but you needn't fret. I'll not reward your hours of trilling by casting you out into the street. You're too kind, sir. But what use am I if I cannot sing? Fear the day I become more burden to you than treasure. Then I shall have a word with Lord Valthry and arrange for your ascension. In that paradise where resides neither pain nor illness will your song ring out clearly once again. Or mayhap you think it a step too far? No, you would do that for me? Look at his stupid tights. Of course. Why, I would almost wish to hasten my own ascension, knowing your blessed instrument was waiting there to greet me. Oh, they're gonna turn her into meat. Oh, they're gonna turn her into meat. You must be a new arrival. Allow me to explain. As all know, the Sin Eaters exist to devour the sinful, but also do they serve to gather the souls of the innocent and shepherd them into the celestial paradise. It is through Lord Valthry that we learned this truth. It is through his grace that the free people of Yulmore are destined to embrace salvation. We are blessed to spend our days surrounded by love and merriment, until at last we are called to our final rapture. Even the bonded may find a place within that host should their patrons deem them worthy. Yeah. Lord Valthry truly is a great man, isn't he? Now, if you'll excuse us, we must be on our way. May you find eternal salvation for the compassion you've shown my precious canary. Yeah. Oh, dead woman walking. She's likely going to be like Tesleen. I don't remember Tesleen. Have I met Tesleen yet? I've done the desert quests. I have not done the desert quests yet. I came to Alphino first. 'Tis good to see you back. You were taking so long I began to worry something might have happened. I've begun sketching an outline of the portrait, but nay, the chais appear otherwise occupied. Will you share what your investigations have gleaned thus far? See, he says he's not a very good artist, but I think he is. So Lord Vothri boasts some manner of influence over the Sin Eaters? Does he? Explain the reverence with which he's held by the citizenry. Okay, that's fair enough, fair enough. As for this ascension business, I cannot help but be put in mind of that words are difficult, of that apothecary and his ominous remarks. So many folk have entered the city over the years, then where do they go? So, here's the thing. I'm already kind of starting to put some clues together about the Sin Eaters. I'm pretty sure they're the remnants of people who were absorbed in the light flood that happened to this world. So, maybe their soul's trying to find a body again? I don't know. We'll find out, though. Take my eye off you for one moment, and you're chatting away with that assistant of yours. Am I to assume the outline is done, then? Outline. Outline, he says. Outline. What in the blazes? I thought it captured you two fairly well, actually. It's so unflattering. Explain yourself, Alphino. Here's your artistic interpretation. It should evoke images of affluence and nobility, and overwhelm the viewer with its boundless beauty. Okay. Then, you know, if that's what you want, I can do that. You stated that this portrait was to commemorate your anniversary, however. Yours being a joyous union, it seemed to me that a realistic portrayal. Realistic? I don't want realism, I want perfection. Spectacle to slacken jaws and weaken knees, to make people cry out in amazement. Such a blank canvas and... Say, did that come from above? Oh, it's these bitches again. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A tale to make you quiver and your noble blood freeze. There was a villain on the loose set to ruin our fair city. But our lord has gotten him now, and his fate will not be pretty. Yes, the hammer of justice is poised to come crashing down, and one and all who'd watch it fall are invited to join his lordship in the offer. I like her dress too. A malcontent, how dreadful. And this man is to face sentencing? That's right. In fact, if you're curious, it might be worth you going along for the experience. The offer they mentioned is part of the Emergent, the level above us where Lord Vothri resides. Ordinarily, you would be barred from entering, but it seems they'll be opening its doors for the next little while. The Crown Lift will take you up there. Correct about the light. Too much of one type of ether changes you. Yep, and the jonglers! Exactly. They will steal their clothing. I actually really like this picture of them. I think it captures them really well. He's happy looking. He's grumpy but happy looking with her. Something about the heart. Joining the crowd up there? Yes, indeed.
That's Vorthri.
Oh my. Lord lad.
He is attended by sin eaters. But how does he keep them from attacking?
He feeds them people.
Mercy! Mercy!
By the 12. Kaishia, what happened to you?
Who are these impudent louts? I do not recall requesting their presence.
Lord Vorthri, what is the meaning of this? Why is this poor man bleeding to death on your floor?
Why? You ask me why? Because criminals must be punished. And this man is guilty of fraud. He came to us, claiming to be a man of business. Yet his subsequent conduct has shown him to be anything but. Europe is a city built on love for one's fellow man. Those who have
These are some extra weird characters.
live only to take on a blight upon our society. To atone for this crime, I ordered that he fling himself from the balcony. And he had the temerity to weep. Please, my lord, anything but that. What then is a man of mercy to do, but offer the sinner another way to show his contrition?
Another way? Meaning what exactly?
Sin eaters are part of Yulmor's society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether. So, I demanded an offering of flesh, carved by his own hand, from his own hide.
Yep. I fucking called it.
Still, he could not do as I asked. A wholly unsatisfactory performance.
It is true that Kaishia won his place here by fraud, but his actions were driven only by desire to share in your paradise. That you would cast him out I could almost accept, but to humiliate him thus, to demand his very life? Is this truly the way of Yulmor?
Ooh, thank you very much for the note on exactly what the Jongler attire is. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Child, have you ever paused to consider what it takes to maintain such a paradise in this barren, broken world of ours? The guarantee of safety and stability. The knowledge that if one only abides by the rules, one has naught to fear.
There's one that several that match the model. Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
These things, for I alone can command the Sin Eaters. And thus am I alone the voice of justice, and any who oppose me, villains to be punished.
People call this paradise.
You were granted a place in my city for a particular skill. What was it?
Painting.
artiste, then you shall paint a picture for me of Yulmore. If I find your art pleasing, then I may excuse this display of insolence.
Are the gloves or the songbird ones? The ones, those are the shop set one. Aw, boo! I mean, it is what it is.
Who gave you permission to tend to that criminal's wounds? I told you to paint me a picture!
Yeah, you sure did.
What you need is a mirror, not a painting. It will capture the horror I see before me far better than I ever could.
Ooh, Alphina's grown a bit of spine, I see.
Can you walk? I think so.
Did that little worm just insult me?
Yes, yes he did. Like a big old baby.
I'll kill them! I'll kill them all! I'll enslave their minds! I'll torment them! Torture them! Then tear out their hearts!
Mm-hmm. Ooh, thank you very much, Blasty. That'd be very helpful. I appreciate the link. Ooh, we're gonna be in trouble. Almost certainly gonna be a dungeon, or at least a trial here, right? At least one coming up very soon. Forgive me. In my anger, I seem to have marched us back outside again. But it is probably best we leave the island altogether. And I've got to do the other part with the sister first. Ah, fair enough. I believe we've worn out our welcome in Yulmore. In any case, I've seen enough of the world's... Whoop, hello?
I hate to interrupt your stream, my little flower.
Oh, that's fine. You can
but
interrupt
there's
me.
a customer issue out front?
Basic complaint or something major?
Just the former.
Okay, well, that's good. Let me finish this up. I'll accompany you back to the Crystarium. We need to regroup and think on our strategy anew. Aishir, I've done you a grave disservice. You were hungry and desperate, and I offered you a solution without once considering the risks inherent to you accepting it. If I had but known the price you would be made to pay. You gave me everything I needed to make your idea work. It was me who made a mess of things, not you. But even after all the trouble I caused, you still stepped in and saved me. And now Lord Vothri wants us all dead. Why not come back with us to the Crystarium? I'm certain we can find work for you there if you're willing. No, that would just be me leaning on your kindness again. I need to do some thinking. Learn how to stand on my own 2 feet. Very well. Let me hit the snooze button on that real quick. But you must promise you'll be careful. The Olmorans may yet come looking for us. I'll keep my head down, don't worry. And you take care too. Give me the chance to repay you. What you've done for me. Alphino. Lord and Lady Chai. What in the blazes did you do? You have the entire city looking for you. I took a peek at your unfinished portrait, Alphino. Now I've had many a beautiful and striking picture painted of me. There was something about your work. It was as if you had caught the very essence of our love and rendered it naked upon the canvas. It was bold, unflinching, and I adored it. Please, you must come back with us and finish what you began. Speak with Lord Baldry and vouch for your character. I'm sure we can smooth things over. No, ma'am. Sorry, Lady Chai. There are more important matters to which I must attend. More important? What could be more important than enjoying the days we have left to the fullest? Pray press me no further. We are leaving, but I would not presume to take the garments you were so kind to procure for me. Oh, one moment. I wouldn't hear of it. Keep the clothes, my silly boy. I insist. I shall make arrangements so that you can pass through the gate without causing a stir. I expect you to come and visit. I will return, I promise you that. The outrage I witnessed must not go unanswered. The next time we meet, I shall be better prepared to confront the corruption which hides behind the glittering facade. See, Alphino understood the assignment. Like I said, that picture was gorgeous. Really captured them well. Make this shorter, why don't I? A little taller. Right there. There we go. Let's see. Got the male chocobo. And we'll go ahead and cut across here. Why not unlock parts of the map? What? Cross that? Genuinely don't know. The answer is yes. Yes, I can. No, thank you. Seriously, I've been on beaches like this before, and they are uncomfortable if you're not wearing shoes. Oh wait, I was supposed to go... Okay, hang on. I need to go and run a quick thing. Okay, I will be back momentarily. I'm gonna go deal with a bad customer. Be back soon. Stand up, stretch, do all that wonderful fun stuff. Alright. Okay, so, what is it? Pricing it. Seriously? Pricing issue. Okay, so actually that one ended up being a kind of the opposite of our normal complaint. Our prices were so low that somebody got suspicious. No, we partner with the farm, like, right next door. So that's why we have low prices. And also, I don't believe in, endless profits. Because, as long as everybody's happy, we're good to go. But anyway. Your search was successful then? Good. But give the word and we shall be off. Thank you, my friend, for staying at my side this whole time, or through this whole sordid affair. While it's not quite the joyous outcome I was hoping for, our efforts have nevertheless answered a great many questions. Suffice it to say, our plans for saving the First are unlikely to involve Lord of all three and his subjects. Come, we must speak with the Exarch and chart a new course. This is far from over. Interesting that we were able to finish basically an entire chunk of questline today. This expansion was a bit shorter than Stormblood then. Or at least it felt like we finished a fairly substantial thing. Go. Search Alice. Okay, that's not what I mean, I'm going to come back and do that. Hopefully we'll be starting that one before we have to finish the stream for the day. I need to go to the ocular. Okay, well now I have to go check that because Nuts to You is a freaking hilarious name for a quest. Hume now thinks he might be the right person for a questionable job. You're her, aren't you? Halidor's been asking after you. You know Halidor, right? Clan Nutsy's man? If you're keen to hunt the deadliest marks of the biggest bounties, then you might want to seek him out. You'll find him by the board over by in the rookery. Though, if I were ye, I'd steer clear of that whole nasty business. Bad for one's health, it is. Aha. Docile Gate. Okay. Oh, I'm just dumb. I completely missed that. Oh well. You have business with the Crystal Exarch? Just say the word and I would be happy to escort you to the ocular. Yes, please. Take me to the cutscenes. It's good to be back amongst friends. In such company I can finally turn my thoughts to the future. But ere we discuss all that we've learned and begin planning of our next step, it best you visit Alice. Her familiarity with Arang? Ara. Will no doubt provide us an invaluable insight. And besides, I know she's eager to see you as well as I was. Bring a smile to her face then. Okie dokie. I guess we're not doing the cutscene. Back out into the world. Where'd would the rookery go? No, it's not the rookery that I need to go to. Dang it. Okay, hang on. Sun mean. There we go. If you've come looking for work, I might have a spot for another guard. Oh, no. Well, I mean, maybe. Oh. Oh, a friend of the Exarch. Hoping to meet someone I hate that name. It's a good name, but I just can't pronounce it. Arang. Are you? Then I shall be your guide. I was about to set off for our outpost there, as a matter of fact, so we can leave right away. Assuming you have everything you need. Sure do. So then off to the unforgiving sands we go. Now travel to Arang. Speak with the adroit Amaro tamer to fly to the desert. Think, think, thunk. Think, thunk, think, think, thunk.
Arang. From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath, Arang once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Arang meant majestic land in the language of his people. And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
Oh, dang. Oh, that was a whole foundation shift. Holy moly. No matter how many times I come here, the cold never fails to catch me off guard. The sky might be as bright as in the scorching hours of day, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. Now, the Exarch's letter said I was to take you to the inn at Journey's Head, which is where this Alisae friend of yours is staying. It's a fair old distance, so I propose we make a stop at Mordsuk to break up the trek, allowing me to attend to some business and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Good. Alright, you lot, I'm off. And I'd better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back. Right, we head southwest, straight as an arrow. There, I'm off the sand. Well, those are cool critters. Look at the Samotenders, they're so big. Long, thick, he's thick. No, thank you. No, I'm good. I'm good, thank you. I'm sorry. I was very distracted by this very thick cactus. Stop here a moment. This is your first time to Arang, isn't it not? Before you cross the river of sand, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that. The thick cactus? Oh, that. I mean, yeah, that is technically more spectacular. They built them big, didn't they? That's Khazar Sharl, a fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of Nabath Areng. Seeing what was left behind, I believe it when they say that it was once one of Norvrant's mightiest nations. At least until the flood came along. Great chunks of Nabath Areng's lands were lost to the light, its great city included. Few who survived didn't see much point in staying. Most of them, anyway. No, not many choose to come here these days. Not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than an Amaro roost for me and my caravan. But not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Just wait until you see Mordsuk. Let's press on, shall we? It's the mana cutter now. Yum. Oh, that's a big skeleton. Oh, that's a big skeleton. Here we are, Mordsuk. By the blessed shadows, I love this town. Not just full of Mord, but Humes, and all manner of others too. It has long been a refuge for folk displaced by the flood, so the population is nothing if not diverse. Oh, have you not met a Mord before? They might look like they're shifty little blighters, but a more welcoming lot you can never wish to meet. Speaking of which, we should pay our respects to Master Gengen. I'll go ahead and let him know you've arrived. Or, well, we've arrived, anyway. Hello! Hello, hello, hello! Evil chinchillas. No background music here is definitely an interesting... Oh, there it is. Okay. About to say, goodness gracious. Oh, look, a dead god. Yeah, right? I think it's just a whale, which, you know, depending on your culture, maybe so still. That's just fabric, right? Okay, good. Yippee! I love them, they're so good looking. Heaps. That's a kobold! Oh, you're a Mord.
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Mords.
Souk is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Armorang. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too, many of them rare. As I told you before, not many visit Armorang by choice, but Mordsouk's a different story. Merchants come from miles around to purchase the relics the Mord dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Mords do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value.
I love
That is
him.
why they come here, with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
That's true.
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Maud philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed.
Truth.
Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals.
Fair.
And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
Okay, get fair, buddy.
As the good Maud says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense. A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Ooh.
Verbert gold? Real Verbert gold?
I love it. Oh my goodness!
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Oh no, we want my goods, newcomer. I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Oh.
Over here! Come and look!
You buy.
Enough of that! Calm, I say! This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots. Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
Okay, fair enough. They're adorable. I love them so much. Welcome to Ronron's, traveler. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly. Take your time, stare and sniff before you choose, but no drooling on the merchandise, yes? Browse Ronron's wares, you may move the camera as well as zoom in and target. Ooh. Goofy little kibble goblins, yeah. And we've got meat. Skewers. Ooh, frog skewers. Ron. Bread. Worms. Over there. Nope. Silly customer, you cannot eat Ron. Not even for a Vobert gold piece. Okay, fair enough. Bread or meat. Oh, it actually wants me to, like, click on stuff. Okay. You'll like those. Chewy skewers. Find small frogs hiding under rocks and spear with stick, then roast over fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the inside. Perfect for snacking. That's my ever-burning bounty. Made with the best parts of the lizard, cured with special spicy spices. Some find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up on a chilly desert night. Flat bread. Well, that mush loaf. The middle is stuffed with bittersweet sweet cactus fruits, so even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. Keeps from going in the heat. And worms. Everyone's favorite, plump white worms slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wriggler, you'll never want any other treat. I don't know about that, buddy. I'm sure the taste is fine. However, I don't know if I'd be able to get past the looks. They all look tasty, yes? Which to choose? I mean, I'm gonna go with the mush loaf. Very wise. You won't wither on the sands with a gut full of cactus fruit filling. After you have the gold. Here you are. And done. One Vorbertite honor buys you 40 loaves of bread. 40 loaves of... okay. Oh no. Soldier on through. I have to eat all 40 at one go? Every last mouth. I think I'll share the rest. Our visitor invites us to feast. Let us give thanks for your great generosity and small appetite. Consider your coin purse cracked. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Gengen will be pleased that you honored ours. Thank you. Keeping the merchandise down, yes. No returns. Fair, I suppose. I was watching from here, then. You honored our custom and with great relish. Well, it's more honey, but, you know. Anyway, you will always be welcomed in Mordsuk. If you need anything in Amarang, we will be here to provide. Working off the meal, yes please. Ooh, and we'll get new gloves. You have courage, my friend. Ronron's wares are more exotic than harmful. But I don't envy you the bellyache you'll have on the morrow. Right, now that you've eaten, I expect you're eager to get back on the road. Would you mind if we delayed our departure a touch? I have a few deals left to close before I can conclude my business here in Mordsuk. Oh, offering your services, are you? Well, an assistant would certainly help to hurry things along. I have a receipt here for some goods that need picking up from the market. All properly paid for, you just need to do the lifting and carrying. Very well. We'll go and take care of some last-minute haggling, then see you in a bit. Okay. Where was the key item? Table cactus from Thonton. An ore from Fultol. Well, okay. Don't need any cured leather. Then created armaments. Nope, that's not me. With your legs, not with your back. Not the thing I was meant to... Table cactus. You came with Cassard, yes? Good. I can finally stop thinking about that sack. Please take your prickly purchase. Here we go. Detail. Oh, I think you're one of the people I need to see. Yes. Hey, no touching. That merchandise is spoken for. You couldn't possibly change my mind with a better offer. I am here from the person who purchased it. Oh, Cassard sent you? Oh, why didn't you say so? I wouldn't dream of selling his goods to a higher bidder. Oh, no. The Batharang are relics, wasn't it? All packed in that box there. Handle with care. Okay. So... Doltol is the one who I still need to see. Hello? What are you? Oh, look at the baby. Aw. Gin, gal. Boon. That will make sense to anybody who's not watching the current Sentai stuff. Bill. Meal. Bolt hole. Oh, there we are. Okay. Thank you, Osiris. You get me. Sard sent you, did he? Right, yes. What kind of ore was it again? Iron, please. Iron ore, of course. That would explain this box I have here. It's all yours. Yippee! Don't tell me you've been around the entire market already. Yep. Got your stuff. Hey, that's a lot, all right. Good work. And quick work, too, considering you've not set foot in the place before. I thought you wanted to sit in the city like the Exarch. Something tells me you're not a stranger to visiting strange lands. Unfortunately, your efficiency presents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you returned, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I placed. We'll have to drag in my middleman and sort this mess out. Sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. That's hard? Feels like an age since I last saw you. Oh, your dress is cute. Well, if it isn't the lovely Tesleen. Been a while, but your timing couldn't be better. This lady was on her way to meet Alice. I'm supposed to be taking her to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention. Wait, I know who you are. Alice has told me so much about you. You're Lynn, aren't you? Knew it. How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all these stories. I'm Tesleen. I work as a carer at the inn. I've gotten to know Alice quite well since she took up guard duties there. Do you want me to take over as Lynn's guide at Kessard? My shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it wouldn't be no trouble. That would be of great help, thank you. Well, it looks like you'll be able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be in the area for a while yet. Seek me out when you've had your fill of Amarang, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium. Thank you very much. Now we get gloves. New gloves. Go ahead and pop those on. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. I guess I am. Oh. Alright, well. That's how that goes sometimes. Alice has been desperate to see you, Lynn. Let's get to her sooner rather than later. Ian isn't too far to find. Or hard to find, I should say. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. We just need to swing around the ridge, then head south. Come on, I'll get my supplies together and meet you outside. Ooh, there's also a blue quest over this direction real quick. Gotta pick that up before we leave. Oh yeah, especially since that gives ether current. Greetings, friend. You like helping people, yes? Maybe you can help me too? You see, my son Gungun makes me very proud, but he's very worried. He works very hard, too hard for his own good. Follows orders, yes? Follows them until someone needs to tell him to stop. This is very dangerous, bad for his health. I need you to speak to him, persuade him to rest. He should be near Red Sarai, probably leaving no stone unturned in his search for relics. Please tell him his father orders him to stop. I will deal with that as soon as I can, sir. But off stream. All set? Oh, I should mention the wildlife. While most of them will leave you be if you keep your distance, the local coyotes have learned to prey on folks heading home from the markets. Officially an Endwalker. Congratulations, Blasty. Sure, I'll be caught up in no time. I can usually swing a sword well enough to fend them off, but I may have loaded myself down with too many bargains today. Do you think you can handle any beasts that try to make a meal of us? Yes, absolutely I can. Thought you might. Alice was always saying how much you... let's get going, shall we? Here's way up from ARR. Yeah, you'll get there, Osiris. Skip. No, thank you. I'm dealing with this right now. There we go. Sorry, there wasn't much time to shout a warning. Were you bitten? Those things can be nasty. And yet, hardly a match for you, it seems. I'd always thought Alice was strong, but in her mind, she was never... Well, now it makes sense. Well, we should push on. It might be best if you scout ahead and clear out any coyotes that have our scent. I'll wait here so you can fight it without any distractions. Alrighty. And with the chunky boy. Oh, hello?
The fire brought a gross bug inside again.
Does he still have a hold of it, or did he let it loose?
It's in a jar, but Lynn's looking at it like it's candy.
Okay, don't let her eat it. I'll be there as soon as I can be, sweetie. Yeah, unfortunately the coin toss doesn't really work right now due to the fact that I'm using my 2D model. Oh, thank you. But thank you very much for the coin toss nonetheless. Yeah. Hopefully, Square Enix will fix this issue before too long. Or maybe I can find a workaround, but for the time being, this is what I'm on. Shouldn't harm me working with any other games, though. Here we go. Let's see. I'm hoping that I can get to this next town before the next ad break is forced on me. Oh, thank goodness you're back. I can hear the howling and snarling from here. Frightful creatures. Tired? You struggled. You want to go play WoW and earn yourself a cute baby Lynx pet. Hey, fair enough, fair enough. Toss them at V or Rebecca instead. Fair enough. Let's hope the rest have seen your handiwork and know to avoid us now. I need to get these supplies back to the inn. No. Shoo, Mole. I'm not here to get in your way. Over to the post, Moogle. Moogle? I keep saying that. Chocobo. Ooh, what the heck is that? This is it. Thank you. I didn't have to drop my shopping even once. Come to think of it, I'm glad I didn't have to make the trip alone. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Seems you ended up escorting me. I'll have to repay your favor somehow, but first let's head inside, shall we? This is an inn, you said. Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. You might be our first visitor from the Crystarium since Alice arrived. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and a handful of carers. The afflicted, huh? You don't know? I don't think I've ever met anyone besides Alice who was so unfamiliar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone. Let's... I might leave out something obvious, so it might be best to have Alice give you the full explanation. Thank you. Alright, I'll get this started and then we'll head back over to the Just Chatting screen and I'll find somewhere to send you all off to. Now, where is she? No, you snooze. think she might be out on patrol. You could wait, I suppose, but why not go and surprise her? She usually takes a look at things from the watchtower first, so you might be able to catch her there. It's not far. Head out to the south side, and you'll see it soon. I'll stay behind in case she comes back while you're gone. Okay, so we got that started. So let's head back over to just chatting. Well, thank you very much for being here with me today, weary travelers. I hope you've enjoyed today's Final Fantasy XIV stream. Originally, I was supposed to do a different game today because it's the 5th Saturday of the month, but alas and alack, we had a breakdown of yesterday's stream, and so I just decided to schedule reschedule Final Fantasy XIV for today. But on that note, I'm going to try and get things fixed up over the next week or so, and get back to being able to play regularly with my normal model at the regular graphical settings. And I will be back for more Final Fantasy on September 6th. Join us. Hopefully it'll be a nice one, you know? Until then, for more information about future streams, keep an eye on our Twitter and or Blue Sky at Come and Go Tavern for announcements and daily check-ins from the Come and Go. I have been your hostess, Sheela Ornthalis, and if you need to prop your feet up for a little while longer, we've got some more entertainment coming up soon via a raid. So let's take a look where I can send you off to. Let's see. Ooh, Maru is online still. Good, good, good. I'm absolutely going to send you off to her. Maru is having a bit of a goodbye from Gatai Universe, who she has been a founding member of for the last long while, but she needs to go do her own thing. So let's give her some love before she heads off. All right? Okie doke. Well, I will see you next time, folks. Bye, 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 bye.